breeders? Today is Sunday, June 25th. This is week 22 of the videos. Time has really flown by. It almost doesn't seem real. It's been 22 weeks of doing this. But we're getting close. This week I got the load and shoot all put in, cut in through the building. The base you see there will hold 6 crates, 6 20-bird crates, so that's about 100 birds that crack, loading them up into the crates. I'm working on a large crate that'll sit in the bed of the pickup, so I can run 100 birds in, run them into the big crate, set the crates back down, load another 100, and should make it pretty quick for loading. I had this design last year, and it worked really good. With putting the addition on, I lost that and had to remake it again. The door that you see there open up, I put that in for some extra airflow coming through the main hallway to get as much fresh air in there as we can, exchange the air. In the summer here in Georgia, it gets hot, and I don't think the heat bothers the birds that much, as long as there's plenty of fresh air blowing through and they've got plenty of water. It doesn't seem to be an issue with the birds. It works really good for health because the loft heats up every day, 100, 105, and the droppings, 20 minutes, they're dry and crispy. Even on a rainy day, the loft stays perfectly dry, and that you can't do anything but help the pigeons. This week we had the loft report that comes out online has started a one loft race statistics. I actually am in favor of that. It's kind of a double-edged sword for me. They're going to be tracking. I think they picked out 21 lofts. I was fortunate enough to make the criteria to get to be one that's chosen. It's kind of a double-edged sword, though. I'm really in favor of it. As far as me entering birds, my own personal birds, I want to see who the best handlers of one loft races are in the country, and that's where I want to send my pigeons, that I got the best chance to have birds going to the final. So I'm really for it in that aspect. The other aspect is I really have to do a good job in my own one loft race. If we don't have a good year this year, it's going to show, and the whole country is going to be watching. And with being my first year, it could make or break me. If I have a good year, it's going to be great. If we have a couple bad tosses or a bad race, that's going to show, and the whole country is going to be looking at it. I think it's a positive. I think it's a positive decision for the sport, regardless how it affects me. But we had that happen this week, and I think that's a good thing. The birds all look great. We had some loft visitors yesterday. We had Mr. Bob Lynch from Columbia Loft came and viewed the loft, handled his birds, and I'm pretty sure he was pleased with the condition and the care. One thing I did change this week, we got some new buckets and making some new waters. The 3 waters aren't keeping up anymore. The birds are really, with the heat going on, they're really increasing their water intake, so we're moving up to 5 gallons of water at a shot. Make sure the birds can always have fresh water. So we put some new buckets in there, changing up the design a little bit. These crate system here, they're just all the crates that I build have a sliding door on both ends. You just take the sliders out, and it can be 3 crates long, and then pull the slider out in the building. So I'll go in, put all the birds in the hallway here, run them into the crates, and then close it from the inside, walk to the outside, and close the crates off. That's also going to help a lot here. As far as doing hand inventories and stuff like that, I'll be able to just run all the birds in the crate and just pull them out of the crate and actually, not have to catch them in the building. I don't really like doing that. It kind of scares the pigeons when you get to chasing them around or closing them off in a section. I'd much rather run them into a crate and then just pull them out one by one. Here this next coming week, I got to get one more board and finish out the platform there, and then I'll start leaving that open and let the birds explore, walking in and out of the crates. And then I don't know, probably the week after next, I'll start running them into the crates and letting them go in the yard to get them used to the crates, and then I can handle each bird before it gets loose, and that should benefit both me and the birds. Yesterday, I got up, was going to let the birds loose. The wind companion was down, and by the time wind companion came out, got ready, we had a storm blowing. It rained for about 6 hours here yesterday, so the birds didn't get out. This morning I turned them loose, and I guess they were feeling good. About, I would say 40% of the birds took off in one major flock and disappeared, out routing around, and they started straggling back in. I don't know if they got out there and some of the young ones said it's too far and started coming back, but they're all back. We're still missing 5 pigeons yet today, and I've been seeing them. The last 2 or 3 have been coming in singly. I feel confident those last 5 will make it back today, and it should bring us right back up to 312. I left the clock running so you guys can watch that this evening and see if they make it back. Okay, I think that's about it. Everything is going just according to plan. The birds look great. Everybody looks good and healthy. Now we have our loading system almost finished, and like I say, we're working on I got the framing done and the wire. I'm making the release system now for the one that goes in the truck, and it should hold about 150 pigeons, and have waterers on both sides. That way, even on training tosses, I can make sure there's water. They'll get used to being in the crate and sticking their head through to get something to drink. That'll benefit us when we start using the club trailer for the actual races. All right, guys, enjoy your Sunday, and I'll see you next week.